for the season?
Yeah. Felt good. Swing's been feeling really good lately. It's more about mentality at the plate, and felt like today, after a nice off day, could come in fresh and just be ready to go.
What was the emotions like pregame? Did you guys sort of feel that energy of the tribute to Bobby there?
Yeah, it's obviously a really, tough thing for this organization, two of the cornerstones that have really built it. So, it was nice to see them honored in a really nice way. I think everybody did a great job honoring them, and, it's always, tough time to lose anyone that you're associated with. So to have the guys rally behind it and play well on a day like today is also really nice.
You guys just seem to keep scoring runs, man. What's the mood in the clubhouse right now, just with the way these bats are going?
It's good. It's it honestly feels like there's no pressure, because all you have to do is have a good at bat, move it on to the next guy, and we've got such a deep lineup that there's a ton of trust, and so that makes things a lot easier, where you don't feel like you have to be the hero every day. You don't feel like you have to score 4 runs with one swing. You can move it on to the next guy and know that there's a good at bat coming behind you.
What does it mean for Walt to stick by you during this time, and then has he said anything to you?
Yeah, we've had a lot of conversations. I think I appreciate it, more than anyone, probably just the act of confidence, because I think he knows that what's gone on the last 5 weeks isn't my best. I know that he knows that, and law of averages, hopefully there's better to come, but no, that gives you confidence as a player when your manager keeps throwing you out there and writes your name in the lineup as often as possible. So very appreciative of that, to just have the reps to get through it, because that's part of it too. You can't really get through something if you're not playing. So I appreciate that a lot. A lot of respect, a lot of thanks to the hitting coaches for all the time and effort. Eddie's been throwing extra, DC's been throwing, Tim's been working with me, talking through mechanics, through mental stuff. So it's been, really grateful for these guys.
Just kind of like in regards, like pitching has been well, whether it's been the starting rotation or the bullpen, just how good is it offensively feel that you guys can look to your guys and just be able to produce offensively too?
Yeah, I think the big part of it is these guys are really shutting down other teams, right? That gives us the ability to do that. But also, if there is, a slip up or a mishap or a bad inning, then I think there's a lot of confidence from them in us to go ahead and put some back up on the board, and that's what being a team's about. You got to pick each other up when things are not good on one side or the other. So, I think we've been playing great defense too. I don't think that really has, been too much of a topic of conversation. But you go back to Eli's play the other day, saving a game, putting his body on the line. That's the mentality that we have, and I think that there's a lot of good things happening right now.
About Walt and his putting in the lineup, you mentioned the conversations. What was anything particularly said to you that was helpful?
Yeah, Walt is, even though he's managing, he's incredibly knowledgeable of the swing. So we've had a lot of talks about, mechanics, about the mentality of hitting, about approaches. So I think it was just encouraging to have him voice, some confidence to me, where it's like he's not going in there trying to change anything, but he's checking in, making sure that the headspace is right. And that's what I appreciate is even the other day when I had to go in against that lefty, it's like he's not worried about it. So I just appreciate his confidence in me and the willingness to keep putting my name in the lineup, because that's, like I said, that's the only way you can get things righted, is to keep going. Any more for you guys?